Hi everyone, it is the end of April and there's not too much you can see in the garden, but I do have some seeds that I have direct sowed and some transplants in pots that you see there. I do, however, want to talk about some plants that you see in there. I'm in gardening zone 5 and I know that cilantro and green onions are some of the plants that overwinter for me. This past fall, I direct sowed some seeds of cool weather plants expecting a fall harvest, but then because I direct sowed them very late, they did not get very big as it got too cold for them. Spring arrived and I had a few pleasant surprises. Cilantro and green onions were not the only plants that overwintered. Komatsuna, also known as Japanese mustard spinach, although it is actually not a spinach, also overwintered. Komatsuna also performed very well for me in the fall. It germinated very quickly even in the heat. It tolerated heat very well. It grew very quickly. And in December, when the garden was mostly done for the season, it still kept going. So it tolerated the cold also very well. Only 3 of the Komatsuna plants out of the many that I planted in the fall overwintered. So this fall I want to try to mulch the plants once they are done for the season, and then the coming spring I would move the mulch aside and see if that would help more plants to overwinter. Another plant that overwintered for me was Merlot lettuce from Baker Creek. But the same thing happened here, just like Komatsuna, only a few plants out of many overwintered. So mulching them in the fall once they're done for the season might help. I have to try it and see. Another plant that I'm very happy about is spinach. It's the Bloomsdale long-standing spinach, which did really well. Even though the plants were very small in the fall, they all came back, or at least almost all of them came back. They came back strong with large, thick leaves. While the seeds that I had direct sowed in the garden end of March, beginning of April were just starting to germinate, I was already harvesting from these plants, so that was really nice. By the second week of May, I had 3 very good spinach harvests. The others, like cilantro, I harvested them as needed. Another thing to keep in mind is that overwintered plants tend to bolt or send out flower stalks much quicker than the spring planted ones. Komatsuna, however, went to bolt much quicker for me. I don't know if it's because it had already grown a lot in the fall, given me multiple harvests, and it was ready to bolt faster than spinach and cilantro and lettuce. Spinach and cilantro, however, they gave me multiple harvests in the spring, and they only went to bolt when we had a week of 85-90 degree temperatures. Lettuce, however, is still going. It's the end of May and it has not bolted yet. The Komatsuna flowers, however, are beautiful and I'm really enjoying them, and they're sending out a ton of seed pods. I'm going to wait till all the seed pods completely dry. I'm going to collect the seed and I'm going to try to plant them again in the fall. Also, when these plants start to bolt, the leaves usually turn bitter and I don't harvest them anymore. This fall, I want to plant more cool weather plants like kale, Swiss chard and others and see if they would overwinter. I hope this video was helpful and you learned something. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.